She was my baby sister. She was not always the favorite person in my life. Although I remember meeting her on a May night in 1937. I was a child about 3.5 myself, and she was arriving with my mother and dad from Grace Hospital here in Vancouver. And coming to my grandparents' house where I was abiding in Duncan. It was a night of listening to the radio and learning to tell the time on my grandfather's grandfather clock. As the minutes and hours passed, I was able to tell what time it was. At least that's the fable. She was pretty special to me in the early days, but a few months later, the eyes of my Teddy got pulled out. It was that brat Diana. She was on my bad books for many moons because she didn't treat my Teddy properly. We moved around a lot as youngsters. I think I counted 12 different homes while we were going to school. And we traveled up and down the coast too. Duncan was where I was born. We went to Vancouver shortly after Diana's birth and left for Alert Bay. A little while later, I was starting school at Alert Bay. She was still pretty young. In Alert Bay, we first laid eyes on Ken McAteer. Before he was Ken, Ken was known as Kay as we were kids. But anyway, they must have had some kind of an impact together because a few years later, there they were, a couple and happily married for a lot of years. We moved back down to Duncan after Alert Bay. Stayed with my grandmother while my dad was traveling in the U.S. The bank in Alert Bay closed during the war because of lack of manpower. My mother was helping Dad in the latter months of the operation of the Bank of Commerce there. But that didn't last too long. We left on a coastal princess and went to Duncan for maybe a year. I remember doing grade 5. I guess Diana started school. If not in Alert Bay, it must have been in Duncan. I wasn't paying attention. She was that bratty little sister still. And as I became a teenager, had to be avoided as often as possible. We went to Vancouver after Duncan, a couple of moves, same neighborhood. Went to Matthew Begbie School. I think Diana was in grade 2 there. Not long after my grade 7 started, we moved to Ocean Falls in October, I guess that would be of that year. And I was in junior high, she was in elementary school. The two schools were very close together in Ocean Falls. And it was an easy job to walk home for lunch. It was just 3 blocks away. School in Ocean Falls was eventful for me as a teenager. I'm not sure how eventful it was for Diana, although I know she enjoyed it and she had many, many friends, which was a symbol of things to come. We left Ocean Falls after I had graduated high school, very conveniently. The move was made back down to Vancouver where I could start UBC and Diana could continue her education at Kitsilano High. A few years later, we were leaving. I've got to get it straight here now. We were growing a little closer, I would say, although I didn't spend a lot of time checking up on Diana. We lived in the same house. I know she was there. She just was on a different schedule than I was. So life then moves you along to different things, and I moved along to a career in radio and a marriage that began while Diana was still completing her high school. She started teaching, I believe. She was going to be a teacher. That was her career. And she didn't proceed with that because Ken interfered with that plan. Ken and Diana had 3 wonderful children, and Diana developed into a wonderful, wonderful homemaker, a mother, full-time mother, and a wonderful entertainer, or at least an entertainment, a person who had many friends and had many of them into her house and into her heart. She was wonderful to my family. Over the years, Diana's home was our home in Vancouver when we came back from Victoria. My kids were very close to Diana, and she will be loved forever for the years that she spent hostessing. My sister was not always my favorite person, but she grew into a warm and wonderful friend, one that I really enjoyed in the latter years of her life. Think how recently, and she was 80 years of age, and we had a big celebration for her. It was wonderful to have her fully taking part with all of her cognitive abilities still at full throttle. It was unfortunate that the slow drift downwards began, and although Diana was still inside there, her body was keeping her prisoner. It is a relief to me to know that she is in a better place and is free from the physical body that was keeping her trapped in her latter years. I hope you will feel positive about Diana's passing into the next world, because I think it will